Women are anonymously spilling the tea on men they've dated on a new viral app, which has just been hacked after gaining a huge influx of new users.
Ryan in Newport Beach, here's his review. Dated him for 2 years to find out when he went on his work trip, he was actually going on his honeymoon.
Upon opening Tea, users can see photos of local men along with their names. They can leave red flags or green flags, as well as comments, including about negative date experiences or for them as a friend. The app also lets users run background checks, search for criminal histories, and even reverse image search to check if a man is catfishing.
So I'm just wondering if you guys are going to start the coffee app so you guys can take accountability for the nonsense that you guys got going on as well. But that would require some critical thought and integrity. So
I just found out the guy I've been seeing has a whole girlfriend. Like, he's in a relationship of 5 years and I'm not the only other girl he's talking to.
While the company says their mission is to keep women safe, they've also faced backlash from men who say they fear being misrepresented or doxxed on the platform.
I had a female friend of mine go undercover on the T app, and I found that there were some women talking about me. They were clearly just upset. They felt that they got slighted. Is there anything we could do about this? This is defamation. This is entirely untrue.
T promises anonymity to its users, but on Friday morning, it confirmed to NBC News that 72,000 photos were accessed without authorization, including 13,000 account verification photos that were supposed to be kept private. Now,
so basically what I'm getting so far is you guys feel exposed. Basically, when men told you they felt exposed and could you please stop doing that, way before the T app, y'all said, well, stop being jerks. Well, I haven't been a jerk. I'm just out here. I don't know. I didn't even know I was there. I didn't even know there was some woman. Matter of fact, I don't even know that woman. I didn't even date that woman. There's some women in there that got the man all his information in there and hadn't even exchanged a message. Hadn't even typed out a letter to him.
Now it's possible that some of those identifying images are being leaked online. Online spaces for women to talk about men they've dated are not new. You may have heard of the Are We Dating the Same Guy Facebook groups, which have received their own share of controversy and have even faced lawsuits, which were later dismissed. But some on the app are now saying they feel the app is geared more toward gossip than safety concerns, and that can lead to cyberbullying, especially since the women are supposed to be anonymous while the men remain public. As of now, it's still the #1 app on the Apple App Store.
So basically what I'm reading is that Sean Cook founded it really in 2023, but it recently took off. I guess somebody said, hey, go on this app, and it's been getting more attention. So the purpose is to empower women with anonymous red or green flag reviews and verification tools. Apparently he started this after his mom got catfished by men with criminal records, which you started an app, great, but did you ask your mom about the men that she's picking? Like, why is she running into the same men, like criminal? We're not talking about terrible men. We're talking about criminals, people who are breaking the law. Okay, so viral, topped app store, millions of users, security incident 2025, data breach exposing IDs, selfies and messages, response messaging suspended, working with cybersecurity experts and authorities. Interesting. Are y'all working with men to say, hey guys, how do you feel about this? Do you feel comfortable being exposed by a person that you've never even talked to before? But yet we're living through a chopped man epidemic? Ugh.
I just got accepted into the T app, and let me tell you, I don't even have to post anyone in here that I want to see. I got it this morning. I scrolled for a little bit. I saw, I don't even want to. The amount of men that I have seen that I know. Sick. It's so sick. It doesn't even. I found out people had babies that I didn't even know about. I found out people got STDs. Oh, and most of y'all got girlfriends. Like, bro, no, y'all are cooked. You're cooked. The men are not.
Are y'all asking questions like y'all should be?
safe. Y'all are not safe at all. That T-App data breach happened because we got male validated women. Yes, granted, there's more bad men in the world than there are good men. And you're a liar! That's what the T-App was trying to protect. Another single mother is being another victim. And is before we actually get into a relationship with them. Because there's a lot of type of assaults, everything going on that happens from men. Not saying that women is 100% innocent, but a lot of us are victims. And because
A lot of us are victims. It's like a trend or something. It's like it's cool for you guys to be victims. Like that's what you want to be when you grow up.
we have women that's out that loves to validate men, even when they're wrong, is why patriarchy always wins. We're outnumbered.
So as you can see here, this is a map of the IDs that got leaked all over the United States. First of all, embarrassing. Second of all, you have women all over the United States acting a darn fool. These are the women all over the United States on the T-App getting ready, fixing their mouths to lie.
Is going on TikTok today. The T-App data breach explained. The T-App is meant to be a dating safety network application where women can go in to review men. They upload a picture of them and they say, does anyone know him? Red flag, green flag, leave reviews, leave comments. And it's basically like a Yelp for men. But July 2025, it went viral on TikTok, accumulated 4 million users. It became #1 in the App Store. It's meant to help women filter out they're about to go on dates with from dating apps.
Why do they keep on saying that? It's #1 in the App Store. That just means a bunch of women hopped on the trend. A bunch of women are followers. That's what that means. If something goes on sale, guess what a website does? Creates it. Here's a list of things that you need to buy on Amazon. And what do y'all do? Go buy it until it sells out. Stanley cups, regular cups. Y'all went and bought them. Any dress, shoes, Lululemon, y'all go and buy it because that's what people tell y'all to buy.
Because on dating apps, you can go on a date with anyone. You're scrolling on there and there's a guy that you're interested in that you're about to go on a date with and you see him and you're like, oh, he has 5 different red flags. So this app is meant to you decide, should I go on a date with a stranger? How many red flags or green flags does he have? People are uploading pictures of people. In the T-App, there's no men, women only. In order to get into the T-App, you have to upload a picture of your ID because it's used as...
But y'all will see those red flags and still go after the guy. Y'all will trash that other woman, say, she can't do what I can. I've got a few tricks up my sleeve. Once he gets a hold of a real woman, he won't be able to turn back.
Because remember, no men are allowed on this app. And also another rule is that you cannot screenshot things and post them online or send them to guys because the whole point of this app is dating safety network. So we don't want to piss off these men by telling them, oh, you're on the app. Like, no. This kind of reminds me of the concept of, are we dating the same guy? That is wild. And from a lot of the reviews that I saw of these people being on the T-App, they were saying, girl, what do you mean is he a red flag or green flag? That man looks like a walking red flag. So anyways, that's very heinous men on the T-App, and are we dating the same guy? So anyways, the T-App data breach, July 25th, 2025, T-App data breach happened. 72,000 images were leaked. 13,000 of those were
They are not sending out their best soldiers. It's like a Brady Bunch-esque collaboration of the worst people that they could find. And this, I'm offended. I'm offended that this is the type of people that would be reporting me and saying, this man is a walking red flag. How dare you, woman? How dare you? You need to look in the mirror. I would be livid.
that were used for selfie verification because remember, to get into the T-App, you had to upload a picture of your ID to verify that you were a woman, so that way they could keep them in the file. And 59 profile pictures and media posts and messages were all leaked as well. So this only affected users that joined the app before February 2024. This app just started getting popular on TikTok recently. So if you joined after February 2024, you're fine. But if you joined before February 2024, you are gonna get a pretty penny from this lawsuit. So how the T-App data breach happened? Well, apparently there was an exposed Firebase bucket. I don't know what the fuck means, but what I do know is that
and so apparently what you have here is women on the app rating other women. As you can see, she has a win rate of 2.9%. A lot. She has 299 losses. Another woman has 385 losses. Just chopped. And how dare you? At some point in time, I think it would be only fair for the T-App to start kicking users off. This is the league of extraordinary women. If you're losing and you're losing by a large, what's that thing that they had on the game? 21-0 skunk. These women are past 21-0 skunk. These women are like infinity skunk. You're never coming back.
Is the selfies, all of that. It's stored in like a T private photos file, like in the cloud, for example. And they didn't put a password on that. So this folder was not locked. Apparently there was like some metadata or
So apparently they're doing the same thing on the other side too, but rating the pretty women 89%, 88, 88, 88, 28 losses. Just based on their profile pictures, they always talk about how men take trash pictures. These aren't great, to be honest with you. Like, these are nothing to write home about. I feel like I wouldn't even call them cute. If I'm being honest with you, this is not my cup of tea. And this is what men are subjected to. These are the women that are commenting. I'd expect with the way that these women are talking, well, I've got plenty of women that are 10 out of 10, 12 out of 10, gorgeous women. But then this is what we're seeing. And these are some of the best that we're seeing. I'm expecting to see, what's Tom Brady's ex-wife's name? Giselle something. Or like Kelly Rowland or something like that. That's what I'm expected to see. Guys.
all they did was like Tumblr-esque, like tracing metadata back kind of shit. They found the folder, saw that it was unlocked. They downloaded everything, comments, posts, pictures, people's addresses from their IDs, and uploaded online to the shared map to what started off as a dating safety network app to help women stay away from freaks. Now thousands of women's information is out to the public on a little map with their addresses pinpointed on there, and all their information is leaked. This is going to be a really insane lawsuit. So yeah, that's the T-App data breach explained. This was not a high-tech data breach. They literally just traced back metadata and found the open folder because the creators of the app didn't lock the folder. Like, so simple. It was just negligence on the app creators for not locking the shop. And to wrap up the literal tea, apparently all this information that was stored in this file that was meant to be private was actually supposed to get deleted, and they didn't delete it. So that was double negligence. They didn't delete the information that they collected, like the IDs for selfie verification, and they didn't.
I wonder if they consider him one of the girlies. Apparently not. He created this app to help women out. And now this is what he gets because somebody hacked it. Well, you should have been more proactive, yada, yada, yada. Now we're going to sue you. Can't you guys, because he was doing so much good work for you, excuse this and just take the L?
Thing to lock it up. How are you going to launch a startup about exposing men and then not like think cybersecurity all the way through, and to not think 3 steps forward? Like, oh my god, men are going to get pissed. Men are petty as you see DDG and Wendy. I see the vision. It has a really great purpose, but it was just like one dumb little thing that ruins it all. A lot of people were saying on TikTok the other day that it started to become drama. So I think it was going to go down anyways, because then men were saying, oh, this is defamation, but also all the men that were getting on this page were paying us. Elon Musk also just exposed all our information recently, so I hate men.
Literally showing us why we needed this app in the first place. Yeah, some people are making it messy, some people are making a mockery out of it, but this app was created for women's safety. You're a liar! You know how many women would have been happy if they could have got a warning before talking to a man? Like, how much time have we wasted? Could we have prevented from being wasted if we had this app sooner? And then y'all wonder why we always complain about men and always say how men ruin everything. Men like to take over everything. Like, y'all prove it every single time. So because y'all got triggered, now all of our information is at risk of being exposed. Like, y'all are literally showing us. Y'all are literally proving our point.
I think it's absolutely hilarious how everybody is in an uproar about this T-App getting hacked. And what I think is the funniest thing about the whole situation is men are like, ha ha ha, women need to know how to mind their business, ha ha ha, all of this stuff. And it's really not about minding our business. I personally think it's just a matter of safety, because every single time we match with a guy or we meet a guy that we don't know, we know nothing about, to some extent we're putting ourselves at risk. So if we're allowed to have some type of outlet that we're able to tell other girls of our experiences with another guy if they were unsafe, I don't.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to lie. You have a whole rating system on the app saying you're chopped, you're not chopped. What is that for? You're supposed to get on the app, green flag, red flag, this is why, credible reason as to why, other than, oh, he wore red instead of green. I hate green. Red flag. But y'all weren't doing that, were you? And that's what the data leak exposes. Nobody's taking accountability. Even if a man were to say, you know, my bad for leaking y'all's driver's license, y'all's information, that's terrible, that's on me. But let me talk to you about what you were saying about men that wasn't true. Nobody's taking account. Well, you know, we should be able to do that because we want to feel safe. You should be able to lie. How's that going to make you feel safe if you're lying? It's like you guys don't truly understand what you actually did. You're out there running things on people and they're not even aware. Some of these people don't even know you. They don't know you. You're pulling background, God knows what else, pulling information, just having it out there and then just passing it around. Who wants to be a part of that? My God, y'all have invaded people's privacy, bro. Y'all are not even thinking about that. That's a violation. That's a violation.
See why that's an issue. Do you want us to get hurt? Like, I just don't understand why any man with sisters or daughter or mother or anything would have a problem with that, because, like, why? Safety thing.
The male T-app, that's crazy. All right, first we gotta talk about the name. Box score. Whoever did that is genius. That is genius and crazy. Straight up crazy work. Genius. That is very freaking clever. The dating world is like forever changing right in front of our eyes in 2025. It's almost like we're living in an episode of the show Black Mirror. It's really kind of wild looking at it. And honestly, all of these apps are extremely problematic to begin with. But we really need to lay some ground rules first, man. If we're gonna do this, we can't be like the ladies. They're out there just gossiping, saying all type of crazy things about this guy, that guy, guys they ain't even fooled with before. We need to keep it P. So, I mean, first thing first, none of that revenge porn stuff. I know that's what I've been hearing. People think that dudes would do if we had an app like this. I think the funniest part about all of this is the fact that as men, we think differently than women. So, things that would be considered a red flag on the T-app, dudes are gonna look at that like a green light. You say a girl on the app is going, bruh, get ready to see the most craziest, evil, wicked, dirty macking of all time. Dudes are gonna be going crazy. I'm talking, this is how folks gonna be finding their next play. I mean, I can hear it now. Dude was saying, oh yeah, this girl right here, she easy. He was like, bet. It's over, you attacking her. But for all jokes aside, this is honestly a crazy development.
The T-app is ruining men's lives right now. So there's this app called the T-app. Now this app is only for women. You have to prove that you're a woman before you get accepted into it. The way the T-app works is women will leave either green or red flags for men that they've dated. Green being good, red being bad. They can also leave Yelp sort of reviews on these men as well. Now a big problem with this app is the men posted to the app are basically all public against their will, while the women on the app can just remain anonymous if they want to. Now this has led to many men on the app having false reviews made about them. There are a lot of guys coming forward right now basically debunking what was said about them on the T-app. And these false statements about men on the app have basically opened the T-app up to some interesting legal ramifications. There are currently a lot of lawyers gearing up for a big lawsuit against the app, because people on the app are essentially just spreading defamation in a lot of cases, really due to the fact that they can remain anonymous and say whatever they want about any man that they want to.
Of women who went on an app and blew up a bunch of men's privacy, are having their privacy blown up. Oh no! What's that? What's that? Oh yeah, that's the scent of justice. That's what that is.
Yes, sir. That's exactly what it is.
I mean, look, I get it, but you know, look around and find out. Like this was a dumb thing to do. Anger is like reaching into a pile of hot coals to throw them at the other person. You may or may not hit them, but you're gonna burn the shit out of yourself, I promise. The best revenge is living well. Ladies, gentlemen, the best revenge is living well. Trust me, I divorce people for a living. You know what my ex-girlfriends are doing right now? I don't care. I hope they're happy, but I don't care. Live your life. Don't think about them at all. This T-app is basically just a way for people to get up and get angry at exes. That's all it's gonna be. Because all you're gonna do is post the guy you're dating, and then a bunch of his exes or her friends are gonna come out and say, oh, he's the worst person in the whole wide world. Because guess what? When people tell you their life story, they're almost always the hero of the story when they tell it. Okay? And their exes are almost always the villain. So be grown up enough to realize this is garbage. But you know what? Listen, it really is the classic F around and find out. Because if you put your private information on a website for the purpose of essentially blowing up other people's private information across the world,
is getting absolutely out of hand and disgusting. I just saw a post that was like, how to keep your man humble. And it listed out a bunch of things like give him one-word answers when he texts you, give your dog more attention than you give him, casually compare him to other men. And I understand there's gonna be a small level of manipulation in every relationship, which is fine. But then a man responded in the comments and said, I'm gonna do this to my girlfriend. Mind you, the original post had like 50,000 likes, and then the women went ballistic on this guy saying, you're so hateful. How could you ever do this to a woman? What makes you think this way? Ladies, look at the post that you originally liked. And this is the problem. If you can't play the game that you're not willing to lose, don't start.
Someone tagged me in this. She's mad that men are making their own version of the T-app. Now, if you don't know what the T-app is, walk with me. Okay, now the T-app is an app that only women can get on. Like, you have to prove you're a woman to be on there. And it's essentially anonymous, but what happens on there is you can date a guy and essentially write a review about him, and since he's not on the app, he can't see it. The mission statement is more so warning women if there's like a predator, if someone hits women, if someone cheats, which is a super great idea until you think about it for 2 seconds. Because again, any woman can say anything anonymously about any man, meaning if you've made romantic enemies, they could lie on your name. I haven't talked about it until now because I know people would just be like, oh, well, you must have something to hide. So I was like, you know what, I'll just ignore it for now. But then I saw this post. And she's basically like, oh no, men are making their own version. They were going to use it to destroy women's reputations. Sometimes you gotta wait, bro, and they'll just argue against themselves. It's like it legitimately doesn't cross their mind, wait, an app like this could be used to mess up someone's reputation until they're at risk. And mind you, obviously, every time this app is mentioned, men make that argument, like, what? They can just say anything. They can just lie. And then the women are in there disagreeing, like, nope, they're 100% truthful in there. But now it's like, when the gender that's not them has a version of the app, it's scary.
What's terrible about it is that these women are real life excusing what they're doing. Oh, it's okay when we do it. Just break all the rules. Our safety is the most important thing. Just whatever needs to happen, let it happen. Make it happen. Darn ethics, darn morals, forget about all of it. Whatever I need to do to stay safe as I feel, statistically speaking, they're talking nonsense. But whatever I need to do to feel safe, spare no expense. Spare no expense. The man, if he has to be embarrassed, if he has to be exposed, quote unquote, let it happen. It doesn't matter to me. What if it's a lie? Well, it's better to be safe than sorry. What if it's defamation? What if it's slander? Once again, better to be safe than sorry. What if he actually didn't do that? And you find out on more than one occasion that these women in this group have been lying. Again, I'm going to have to say, I would still choose to be safe than sorry as I deem it. So the power, the control is going to come to me. And we're seeing what these modern women do when they have quote unquote control or the thought of control. Well, now we're in our safe space. Think about this now. We're in our safe space. We're going into this little area where men are not, and we're just going berserk. Sure, there are some women in there that are doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're not trying to bash men, but they're just saying, hey, I gotta warn you. The same way a dude would say to his homeboy, hey bro, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you when I went out with her, this is what she did, this is what she said, so you might want to be careful. Okay, cool, fine. But to get to the point to where everything goes out the window and you just saying stuff based on emotion, it'd be similar to a dude saying, no, man, she did me wrong. Man, she trash. Oh, man, look at, yeah, I wouldn't even date her. I wouldn't even fool with her, dog. I wouldn't even be around her. Well, why not? Oh, man, she kicked me out of her car. She kicked you out of her car for what? Oh, man, because I wouldn't pump no, I drove her car. She let me drive her car. And you know, she said something about I left it on E when I bought it back. Did you leave it on E when you bought it back? Well, you know, I ain't had no money. I don't get paid until Friday. So you wasted all her gas, basically. Oh, and then she said something about I got a little scratch on it. Did you get a little scratch on it? Actually, he wrecked it. Oh, so you ruined her car. Didn't fill it up with gas. Stopped a good part of her livelihood or what she uses to make her livelihood. Well, yeah, you're trash. I have to agree with her. They're getting online and using their emotions. Instead of saying something that actually makes sense, why are you mad? She kicked me out of her car. Why? Because I wrecked it. Well, then yeah, she should have kicked you out. oh, well, he ghosted me. Why did he ghost you? Because I sent an AI created image of myself. What? And I'm not joking. The woman gets online and she says, well, you know, yeah, I did that, but it looks just like me. She made 2 videos of that. Talking about, oh yeah, I should be able to do that because it looks similar to what I do. Is this a joke? Are you joking? And because this is the type of stuff they would share. Oh man, he got mad at me because I used an AI. These men are so, but they wouldn't say that. They wouldn't say I used an AI app and I sent it. They would say something like, oh, well, he didn't like me for who I was. He didn't appreciate who I was. I went out of my way to create curated images of myself and put the best ones out there so that he would see me for me in my best, most positive light. And he ghosted me. They wouldn't say I put an AI generated headshot out there. He saw that and he felt like he was being catfished. They won't say that. This is what you guys are doing. And now it comes full circle to where y'all trying to spill the tea and the tea has been spilled on you. Even the app is stupid. The tea app. Oh, I'm going to spill some tea. Is that ever any good? In most instances, is it ever even a great idea to spill the tea? To me, spilling the tea is darn near almost synonymous with drama. Oh, let me tell you what happened, girl. Oh, look at the gossip. Oh, I'm about to set it off. And this is what you get. Be careful out there.
Sit over here. How about over there? Just what happened?
No, he's acting like he doesn't know what's going on. He knows what's going on.
Okay, I don't know what's going on though. So
He knows what's going on.
can you tell me what? I want your side of the story though, not his.
He's acting like nothing's going on. Everything's going on.
Okay, well, what happened tonight?
He's like, oh, you're Mexican. I'm like, I'm not.
Okay.
Like, he's just trying to like make everything figure out to his way.
Who is he to you?
He's my boyfriend
How long have you guys been dating?
for like 4 months.
4 months? Okay. All right. So, where did this happen at? I see. Are you hurt as well? No? Okay. You okay? Need an ambulance or anything?
No.
Okay.
He might.
You might?
Yeah, he might.
Why? What happened to him? I mean, I know he's
No,
been...
I don't know what happened to him. But if I'm asking for an ambulance, he clearly has too.
Okay.
He's hurt. You got blood all over your arm.
You can touch them.
Listen, you have to tell us what happened.
I just got him a bag of ice.
You good, man? You good? What's up? What's up?
Well,
What happened?
You know, I'm over
Yeah, let's
there.
go over there. Go over there. Go over there.
I didn't see him do anything to her.
Where
I seen
they
her-
were parked there the whole time?
For the most part, I kept hearing the yelling and screaming.
Okay.
But he was in the car, and she was beating it at him with the phone, as you can see.
Where was she? Was she in the driver or passenger?
No, he was in the driver's seat.
Okay.
And she kept opening the door, attacking him. And he just kept saying, stop, help.
She was coming around and...
She was coming around, opening the door, slamming the door.
Yeah.
I didn't see him at all be aggressive, at all. All he kept doing was saying, stop, stop, stop. That's, you know?
Okay.
I didn't see him do anything. I didn't see him at all touch her. She was the, and then when he finally got the door closed, she got the door back open and then got in and was like getting in the car, attacking him, trying to pull him out of the car. And then eventually she was the one in the car and he was just out. And I said, you need to call the police. So I just went over and just got him a bag of ice. Because I didn't see him. I didn't see him touch her at all.
Problems that they have in their life, and I try to point them in the right direction.
That's not a lawyer, that's a therapist.
So as a lawyer, what makes you more qualified to provide like better advice than the average person?
Law school.
Huh?
Law school?
Okay, so like how? Like what about law school?
I mean, like, that's a really loaded question. It's like asking an engineer, what makes you better at being an engineer than just someone off the street that
Okay,
went
but
to
what if you
high
ask the
school?
lawyer like an emotional question? Does law school make you like more qualified to answer that kind of question and give advice
That's
on
not
that?
what we do. These are legal questions. We
You
let.
said they come from problems. You didn't clarify. You said legal problems. What if I'm a lawyer?
So, I mean, I don't mean to be rude, right? But it's kind of implied that if you're asking a lawyer, you're asking them a legal question. You don't call your podiatrist and ask them about your taxes, do you?
No, I just asked you. I was like, "What do you do?" You said answer people's questions with problems. So that could
Correct.
be
Most people have like problems. They don't know where to start. So it,
legal problems.
I don't need to specify legal problems. It's implied with the word lawyer.
Where'd you go to law school?
it really is implied. I'm thinking about another clip where this woman stopped and started arguing with him about foolishness. Like, why are you out here? I'm answering questions. Well, I don't think that you should be out here. I think she might have been drunk and a man was with her, but really creating problems for the man. Like, get out of my face. Why are you disturbing my peace? Just like the T-App. Y'all want men to leave y'all alone, but y'all think that y'all should be able to stop on the side of the road and ask stupid questions like this. It doesn't take rocket science to understand the concept.
Make money to get married, girls make money to avoid marriage. Not only are you married, but back in 2018, you tried to be a girl boss at Big Enough Global. Guess the only thing about you that didn't get big enough was your bank account.
Ooh, this is... Oh, yeah, that's much better.
That's not yours?
Hell yeah, it's mine. I paid for it. Better be mine. Shit, I still got the receipt. I might take it back. I get a goatee or something. I might put this out. You straight?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
So I see you work out a lot.
Sometimes.
Yeah?
I want to come up off it. It's kind of hot. You know what I mean?
What's that?
Look, relax, shorty. Don't even act like that. I'm sure your hair ain't real.
Let's talk about the T-App data breach. T is an app designed for women to share information about men they've dated or men they're interested in dating. To do things like background checks, reverse image searches, check criminal records and sex offender registries, and to talk to other women about experiences they've had. Basically, it's an app to anonymously review men. Critics say it invades men's privacy. Proponents say it helps keep women safe. In fact, T's website says its founder created the app, quote, after witnessing his mother's terrifying experience with online dating, not only being catfished, but unknowingly engaging with men who had criminal records. T launched in 2023, and last week it went viral, skyrocketing to the top of Apple's App Store in the US, becoming the most downloaded free app on there. The company says 2.5 million new users signed up last week alone. And now it's been the target of a data breach that the company says included sensitive DMs and photos of users' driver's licenses. The company posted this message on Instagram. We discovered unauthorized access to an archived data system. If you signed up for T after February 2024, all your data is secure. This archived system stored about 72,000 user-submitted images, including approximately 13,000 images of selfies and selfies including photo identification submitted during account verification. These photos can in no way be linked to posts within T. Additionally, 59,000 images publicly viewable in the app from posts, comments, and direct messages from over 2 years ago were accessed. This data was stored to meet law enforcement standards around cyberbullying prevention. We've acted fast, and we're working with some of the most trusted cybersecurity experts. We're taking every step to protect this community. This isn't the first time a wildly popular app or a dating tool used by millions of people has been breached. Ted Morocco, CEO at the mobile security maker Approved, told CBS Money Watch, quote, a lot of people presume that if an app is available through Apple or Google that it's safe. That's the first mistake consumers make.
And I wonder if that's going to make y'all stop doing what y'all know you're not supposed to be doing. Probably not, because y'all don't care nothing about hurting anybody else's feelings. Y'all just care about yourselves.
Well, the T-App just got breached again. This time, all y'all private messages with all y'all information that y'all exchanged has been leaked. And yes, it's updated all the way to 2025 July. So come to find out, the T-App wasn't being completely honest, claiming that everything was secured, it was just old stuff. You see, shawties were messaging other shawties on the T-App, getting Instagrams, getting locations, talking about dudes that they were posting, and all those messages were leaked. I'm talking all the way from when they started, currently to 2025. That's why you see the T-App just removed your ability to DM one another. So again, all you shawties that posted dudes and you were saying crazy stuff and you were texting another woman about the dude and y'all shared information. Yeah, the dude that you're talking about might have that info. So again, protect yourself. Like now it's so bad the FBI has come in and trying to offer help to people whose information got leaked through the DMs and all that. Y'all keep thinking the T-App is just a safe haven for y'all to go talking about dudes, especially y'all that's spreading false information. Hey, I pray for y'all.
Ladies, hear me clearly. If you are on the T-App, delete it.
If you are on the T app, delete it. For those of you who are new here, I am a certified life coach. I specialize in love and relationships, self-development, and finances, and I have been doing so for close to a decade. And as someone who has coached hundreds of women directly and thousands indirectly, either through a relationship, into a successful, happy relationship, or over a relationship so they can get to knowing themselves, get off of that app. Okay? If you feel dependent upon the opinion of someone else to judge if you should be involved in a relationship with, speaking to a man, you lack discernment and you have bigger fish to fry. You should know yourself so well. You should be able to discern what is and what is not good for you so well that all someone has to do is speak to you for a little bit for you to say, this may be or this may not be it. Your self-worth should be so high. You should trust yourself so much that no one, no man, woman, or child could ever do anything, could ever trick you, could ever play with you because you understand what it is and what it ain't. The T app is for insecure women. I'm going to call it what it is. And that's no judgment because I have been insecure in my lifetime and I still have some level of insecurities, right? But I know how to maneuver and work through them. Every woman I know has been insecure in their lifetime, right? So this is not a judgment piece. This is just letting you know that there's something that you need to address and you need to address it immediately. Because the fact of the matter is, if you had to put him on a T app, either one, you already feel like you've already seen that he's not for you or that he may just be for the streets. Or number two, you don't trust yourself enough to know if he is someone that's really going to be of value to you. Either way, you're experiencing a problem. And for those of you who would like to ask me questions directly and get your questions answered and be in my lives and get discounts off my services, head on over to my subscriptions. Stay safe.
Apparently there has now been a second data breach. If you download the T app yourself or have friends who did, you might want to watch this. Last week, it was reported that 72,000 selfies and ID photos were leaked on a 4chan channel. Men have taken these leaks and now created databases as well, where they pinpoint users by location. They also created a game to rank these women's profile photos. And I think some of these include geotags as well. I never personally downloaded the app, so I don't know exactly what was on it. But from the reactions I've seen, men have been doing a really good job of proving why women need something like this in the first place. But unfortunately, I do not recommend this app for it because there has been a report of a second breach. 404 Media reported that they were able to obtain 1 million messages as recent as last week. And although profiles are technically anonymous, they were still able to identify a lot of these women. I was going to look into this further to recommend it to my followers, but I'm glad that I didn't. You can't claim to be an app that keeps women safe when you vibe code an app and store user data that should have been deleted in a folder available to the entire internet with no security whatsoever. Very disappointed.
Honestly, I think it's kind of stupid for you to say, well, you're proving the point as to why we need it. Well, you were on there saying stuff that you shouldn't have said in the first place. So you didn't really need it for that. You just wanted another space. Once again, kind of like Facebook, that are we dating the same person, to continue to talk stupid. And somebody offered you essentially a more exclusive way to do that, which is what this was supposed to be. Oh, it must be safe if I have to go through multiple verification. These modern women, it just goes to show you, these modern women don't really ask questions. They just follow blindly. Oh, if I put my driver's license in there, must be some sort of serious thing, right? They take our data seriously. They take everything we got going on seriously. You have to submit this. It's really exclusive, girl. It's very exclusive. But then you go over there. Y'all know what Raya is? The Raya app where I guess you have to know somebody to get on there. That's essentially what this is as well. Just another app to make women feel exclusive. Oh, it's an elite club. It's not just anybody. You've got to be invited, and it's just not any men on the app. It's very exclusive. And you get on there and this is what happens. Good. I'm glad because y'all continue to do this and y'all continue to blame men for your problems. This is what I keep on telling y'all. Y'all keep on chirping and doing all of that nonsense, and it's only because a man refrains himself that you can continue to talk like this. You don't get it. You're not running anything. It's only because men refrain themselves that you can run around on these little apps. But if a man were to say, listen, I have asked you to stop. Stop. You're in my territory. Cut it out. You don't want to do that. You keep on popping off at the mouth. As a matter of fact, we're going to go over here and we're going to continue to do what we were doing. We're just going to try to mask it. And you should not be able to get in here. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. We did get in here. Not me specifically, but apparently, as you're saying, these people on 4chan. Data breach, leak that stuff. Oh, we don't feel safe. You don't feel safe? After a man told you, ask you, please don't do that. Now you don't feel safe. Really? You guys, once again, only think about yourselves. Y'all don't stop when people ask you to stop. What more communication do you want then? Please don't do that. Please stop. I'm asking you to please stop. I'm asking you, please don't do that. Oh, we're going to do it anyway because our feelings are more important. Okay. So a man says, well, you're not going to do that. I'm going to make something. I'm going to do something to assist you in stopping. Lawsuits coming soon. On who? The T app? So y'all going to sue him? Oh, well, he should have had this more secure. Yep. Well, hopefully this doesn't ruin him and take him down because it's back to the Facebook groups and whatever else you had after that. And back to square one. Can't say that I'm upset about that.